Hello. Hello. Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you here from out of my hometown here in Kangaroo City. I told you a few minutes ago. I put the little ones down. And they always say, can you read me a kangaroo story? And, Rudolph, you can only go so many times. So, anyway, no, hop yourself into bed. They do. Sir David the Bard. Just sitting here thinking, which is what I do. I don't do anything else. Sitting here thinking, why is it that religious people have nothing original to say? Why don't religious people have something to say that's original? All they do is repeat, like a little robot, things that they've heard or seen or read. And then they try to twist and turn those biblical or Book of Mormon or Hindu writings or Muslim or whatever to fit their life. Why do religious people love to make fun of and try to scare other people to believe like they do? God is going to get you. Where'd you hear that? I read it. Well, you don't know anything about God? No, I had a burning in my bosom. I said, nah, damn, that's a bad pizza. A lot of Mormons have joined the Mormon church after eating bad pizza. Anyway, I don't understand why religious people have no creativity. None. They just repeat what other people have said or done. And why is it when they take on someone like me, they go, you're going to suffer? Why do they care if I suffer? Are they being compassionate? No. God hates you. Really? Have you talked to him? No, but I know he does. You're going to outer darkness. They know who I am, where I'm going, what I'm going to say, and my entire future. What bullshit. What fucking bullshit. Religious people, they're scared of their lives. And when they see other people enjoying life and challenging life and thinking, it scares them. Because they want everyone to believe the way they are and be scared the way they are. I'm not. I'm not scared. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Jesus opens his arms up when I die and grabs me and I'll say, let go of me. Send me to outer darkness. I don't want to be around you. You don't know anything about being a father. I'm out of here, Joe. Can you call Jesus Joe? I don't know. I don't know. Why do religious people say such mean and cruel things that they know nothing about? You're going to suffer for eternity. They don't know what eternity is. They don't know what suffering is. How do they know that I don't enjoy a flaming sword up my butt? How do they know? They don't. You don't know me. You're going to suffer forever. God damn, I've suffered forever down here, and I'm only 68, 70 years old. I've suffered down here, and it ain't going to be any different. God. You're not going to scare the Bard. You're not going to scare the Bard. I try to live the very best life that I can with every human being I come across, irregardless of race, religion, anything. If you're a human being, I respect you, and you and I are buddies until you fuck up. And then after that, you may have the rage of the Bard on you. I don't know. But I'm always amazed that the Mormons, fanatics, will write to me and go, God has spoken about people like you. Oh, really? Did you hear him? No, I read it. I say, well, you know what? All those things in the Bible that you people believe in, and there's good things in the Bible, I just don't believe they're inspired. I mean, you don't have to talk to God to know what's right and what's wrong. That's innate in most humans. Isn't it interesting that people quote the Bible 80 years after the death of Christ is when the Bible started being put together. People who never even knew him Never, supposedly, if he existed. I assume that the guy existed. I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. If you care and you're religious, for God's sakes, shut your damn mouth, go to bed at night, kneel down, pray to the powers that be, and leave me the fuck alone. I'm happy. This is what I want. Not everyone wants the celestial kingdom. I don't want to be up there with all the Mormons. I don't want to be there. I'd rather be down where, Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, Madonna, some of the actors are there, and Elvis. Hey, Elvis hasn't left the building. He's here for eternity. Why do you Mormons all assume we want to go up there and live with you? We can have a goal to the celestial or the terrestrial kingdom, or outer darkness. That might be a nice place. I don't know. I wouldn't have to see the faces of the Mormons looking at me and looking down on me. So, isn't it interesting that all religious people want us to be exactly like them? And if we're not, oh my God, they conjure up all of this powerful words of unseen gods to try to scare us or convince us to be like them. Religious people don't have any authority themselves. They're usually little people. Little of mind, little of finances, little of weenie. They're little people. So they hook up with some kind of an organization that makes them bigger. It's kind of like a four-wheel drive truck. It's way up in the air. Damn well the guy has no weenie. As soon as he gets in that kind of... He has no weenie. What you got to be afraid of. I saw a guy that was unloading a Walmart truck in the parking lot. Oh my God, he had this huge machine and all these big old tattoos and a beard and, death to the man on his forehead. And this little tiny little dog, cutest little thing in the world, just sitting there watching him. I drove up and I said, "Is that your guard dog?" "Yeah." "What of it?" "Nothing." "Oh, nothing, sir." I just drove off. I don't want my ass kicked. Religious people never have an original thought. They are their religion. They are not a separate human being. They become part of the morgue, or the Borg, as the Star Trek calls it. They become bigger because they belong to something. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They don't know what underwear to wear. They don't know what to eat, what's healthy, what's not. They don't know how to get along with other people. They don't know how to do anything except now the morgue will tell them everything. This is your underwear. Don't eat this. And then they become their religion, and then they turn on us who are not their religion and go, "You're going to be punished." Hey, that's cool. Look at that finger. Yeah. Well, that one works. This is the Mormon finger. You're going to be punished. I'm not going to be punished. I'm already punished listening to you. It can't be worse. A flaming sword down my throat or up my butt, or both together, is much more comfortable than listening to a Mormon rant and rave about things they don't know about. They're going to use God's words because they don't have any power themselves. They're just little tiny machines that are like repeating and repeating and thinking they're going to either convert or scare somebody into, gosh, I don't want to die. I think dying might be a good thing. We may miss the association of those around us, but how do we know that? If we die, we may be, right in the same room with them and laughing and hearing them talk and play and whatever. They just maybe can't see us. I don't know. But the Mormons know. God will get you. No, God will not get me. Stop it. Anyway, think about it. The people who know the least speak the most. The people who have the least amount of authority, least amount of brains, least amount of ability to comprehend or to predict, or wisdom, judgment, they all need a book of God's words. So when they speak God's word, they become a bigger person. In their own mind, people like me who are somewhat independent go, "God, you're just a pussy. Jesus, get a life. Get a damn life." So anyway, if you don't know what to say and you're bored, do this. Pay, lay, ale. Pay, lay, ale. Oh God, hear the words of my mouth. That's an interesting way to pray. You wouldn't have thought of it, but the other people thought of it. And, oh God, hear the words of my mouth, the true order of prayer. You didn't know that just kneeling down and talking to your higher power, God, whatever, that ain't the way to do it. You all stand in a circle and you do this hippity-jivey stuff, and you put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you turn yourself around, and you start the belt. Belch. I'm sorry, belt. Anyway, you want to scare people? We'll cut your throats. We'll tear out your heart. We'll cut your guts open. Oh, I don't want that to happen to me. I'm in. Well, you know what? I'm out. I'm fucking out. I never say fuck. I say fuck a lot today because I was so angry at Boom Man Bear. Man, what's his name? Boo Boo Bear. God dang, I can't even think of his name now. It's so unimportant. But he's the one that threatened me today. And boy, I got an email back. I wasn't threatening him. I wasn't, typical Mormon. As soon as you stand up to them, they fall like dominoes. As soon as you stand up to any Mormon, they're pussies. And they will fall like dominoes because the words that came out were not their words. They were the words of some mysterious, invisible God that made the Mormon think they have power now. They can slit your throat, cut your heart out, tear out. Like that's gonna, I prefer not to do that, but it could be interesting if someone wanted to cut my throat or whatever. All these little people think we're all afraid of death. Well, some of us are, some of us aren't. The older you get, pretty soon you go, hey, it's inevitable. Whatever comes, comes. I'm going to live the best life that I can. And if that ain't good enough for all the higher-ups, screw them. Put a flaming sword up my ass, one down my throat, two in my ears. And I'll go, oh, the Mormons were right. I'm suffering forever. I'm suffering. And the Mormons go, we told you so. Come on. Who has an education or a brain here, above maybe a 63 IQ? None of this makes sense. Muslims blowing themselves up with babies, with dynamite on their chest and blowing a baby up? Oh, God told us to do that. No, don't do it. See, you get all these religions talking to each other, and before you know it, I don't understand the world. And I just accept it. That's the way the world is. And there's not a lot of times we can do much about it except be good people and to let the religious fanatics go, you know what, go home. Get a life. Why are you looking at my videos? If you're so perfect, you've been told not to look at these kind of videos. But you're looking because you're getting Jesus points and you had a burning bosom here that you should tell the Bard and his million followers, and not followers, hits, that he's going to suffer. Let me tell you something, boss man. I've suffered enough in this life. A flaming sword up my ass would be a relief you wouldn't believe. After getting out of the Mormon church and the cruelty and the insensitivity and the hatred that they taught me and treated me, flame up my ass would be a welcome change. So, you apostate Mormons who watch me, go get a life. Go get a real job. Go clean the chapel. I don't give a shit what you do. But you know what? Don't worry about me. Don't tell me what God has in store for me. Let me find that out for myself. I'm not asking for that information, or frankly, I don't believe it. Health and enable, marrow in the bones, strength and holy Savior, power of the priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. See? You're all too dumb to think that up. Someone thought it up. Hey, that's bitching. Let's put that in the temple, and all these little people going, yeah, health and enable, marrow in the bones. Get a life. This part's gone.